Still May 11th, 2023. You guessed it, hit that subscribe button if you haven't. We're going to talk a little bit today about getting hustled. Are some prepper channels hustling you, and what do I mean by that? What do we hear all the prepper channels tell us? Get out of debt, get out of the city, stockpile, get out of debt, get out of the city. Sounds good, doesn't it? Makes sense. That's what we want to do. We don't want to be in debt. We want our own property. We want away from people. We want to be prepped up for anything that happens. Where does the hustle come in, right? How many of these channels that are telling you to stay out of debt are out here? You see them buying new cars, new tractors, new equipment, right? You know they're not paying cash for these cars, this property, this equipment. But yet they're telling you not to do it. Get out of debt now. Don't go in debt anymore. But we're going to go out here and buy us a new car this week. Guys, a lot of this, you got to understand, fear gets clicks. Clicks gets money in their pocket. The more clicks they get, the more money they make. Watch some of the other channels when they started growing, right? They didn't have very much, and then as they started growing and getting bigger and bigger, then you start seeing them buy more stuff, you know. Yes, some of them may do go pay cash for what they buy, but the vast majority of them probably finance it, right? Because we've talked about this before. Do any of y'all know a bank that will loan money when they ask you, what's your job? I make YouTube videos. Okay, is the bank going to loan you money based on views off your YouTube videos? Not normally. None that I know of. May be wrong on this. Some of y'all may know banks that do that, but me personally, I don't. The risk isn't worth the reward there for the bank, right? But you got to be careful. A lot of channels on here, at the end of the day, it's about the money. It's about how much views can I get, how much money can I make a month. Of course, a lot of the videos, we see them, you know, they're trying to sell you something. You know, 10% off this, 10% off that, you know, or go here and look at this, and we know what I'm talking about, right? It's a hustle. It's a job. You hear them all the time, they get mad. Myself, I've had videos removed from YouTube. Do I get mad over it? No. You know why? Because technically I work for YouTube, right? YouTube is your boss if you make a video. You go against company policy, you get in trouble. Is it right? No, it's not, because we should be able to have free speech. I'm 100% saying we should have free speech. But at the end of the day, when you sign the agreements, when you're doing that, nobody reads the stuff, right? It's just like if you go to work somewhere, they have company policies you got to follow there. But it's a hustle, guys. It's a straight hustle to get views, to get clicks, to get money. Because if you're sitting there telling somebody, get out of debt, get out of debt, get out of debt, but yet you know they got car payments, house payments themselves, right? And they're adding more to it by going and buying another vehicle or another piece of equipment or something, right? Guys, smoke and mirrors, what I always tell you. They want to scare you into watching their videos. That's why we don't get a lot of views here, because I don't come on here and scare you. I don't. I tell you my opinions on the situation and what I think is going to happen. You could 100% totally disagree with me, and I wish if you did, you would comment. You know why? Comments, likes, dislikes. Gets me up in the algorithm, gets my channel out there, right? More people get to see it, but we're not going to be one of them channels that's able to do that, because we don't come on here and scare people to death the way a lot of the other channels do. Yes, you need to get out of debt. Yes, you need to get out of the city if you live in the cities. You need to prep. You need to stockpile food, freedom seeds, water, all this stuff. We've talked about it. But at the very end of the day, when these channels are sitting here telling you to do this, and then you know they're out here buying new stuff, they're putting themselves in debt again. How does that make sense, right? Why does it make sense? Do as I say, not as I do. Who remembers hearing that growing up? Do as I say, not as I do. We've all heard it, right? Be careful on some of these channels. Some of them are just out for the money. Some of them are out, you know, some of them are on here to help you. I will admit there's some good channels on here. But when they start talking about buying, I'm going to go buy a new car, I'm going to go buy, you know, a new house, I'm going to go buy a new tractor, they're putting themselves in debt again. But yet telling you to get out of debt. What's your thoughts on this? Do you think a lot of it's just to get views? Do you think a lot of them has found their little niche and they know how to work the system to get what they want out of it? You know, I've said before, usually a YouTube creator that's into the prepping things, most of them, I'm not talking about the hardcore ones. You know the ones I'm talking about. The majority of them, though, their money comes from YouTube. But they have a spouse or a partner that has a real job somewhere, that has the benefits, has, the security of a check every week, right? Because YouTube can take your money away just like that. Viewers can turn on you just like that, and you don't have a channel anymore. Things like that can happen. So if you see these people going out and buying this stuff, or ask yourself, how are they able to do this? Always remember, at the end of the day, it's about money. Everything in the world's about money. Regardless of what anybody tells you, at the end of the day, money makes the world go around. That's how it works. Let me know your thoughts on this. Do you think it's all, a big game to them? They want to tell you one thing and do something totally different? Let me know your thoughts on this. Stay safe, get prepped up. Keep your head on a swivel, be aware of your surroundings, protect yourself and your family at all times, guys, because at that moment, you're the only person that can do it. Let me know your thoughts on this, because I'm seeing it a lot right now on YouTube. People telling you, get out of debt, get out of debt, get out of debt, but yet they're out here buying new stuff. And if you know anything about YouTube and how it pays and the average pay per 1,000 views, they're not making enough to do this. So let me know your thoughts on it.